So first of all, let's go ahead and take a rectangle. So you'll go to rectangle tool by pressing R on our keyboard, and let's try to have a rectangle where it looks like a uh, door. Like, I think this is fine. So as you can see, we have fill color. So if we come over here and get rid of the fill color by clicking that X there, and now we are with only the stroke. So if we go to selector tool by pressing S on our keyboard, and we come back here, fill and stroke, stroke style, we will make sure the stroke width is 10 pixel. Okay, so now is it black? Yeah, it's black. Now we will drop the opacity roughly in half for now. All right, could zoom in a little bit. And what we are gonna do now is we'll just have a little bit just make it a round number, like so. That is 355. You can see, let's make it just 350. Right, it's not necessary, I think, but we are doing it anyway. I guess let's make it 580. Hopefully that is still looks good. Perfect. So this is our the outer frame, and what we could do, we could leave it here simply for now, right? Now what you'll do, you'll go to Bezier tool by pressing B on our keyboard. So let's go ahead and do that. And at this point, make sure snapping is on, and here you make sure that under nodes, cusp nodes is selected. So we'll come over here and click there, hold Control and click again and hit enter. So if we go to selector tool and click off of that, as you can see, if we zoom in here, so if we go to zoom tool by pressing Z on our keyboard, and just you see that this is not rounded. So I'd love to have that rounded a little bit. So for that, what we will do, go to selector tool and you'll select this, and you'll come over here and click round cap there. Okay, so now let's zoom out, and we'll duplicate that by pressing Ctrl D, and you'll simply hold Control, or not holding Control, we'll just snap it there. Does that work? So hopefully that worked. Just to double check though, let's go to zoom tool again by pressing Z on our keyboard, and just do that. And if we come to this way, as you can see, everything is perfectly fine. All right, so we'll make them combined later, but for now we could just leave them here as they are. So let's go to selector tool. So the width of this is, as you can see, 350, and height is like 580. So if we just select all of them and like move them a little bit that way, Now let's zoom in a little bit. What I will do, we'll go back to rectangle tool again by pressing R on our keyboard. Let's have a rectangle, and this time let's sketch of the stroke by holding shift and clicking that X there, and get back the just the fill color by clicking that black source there. Let's go to selector tool and make it the same dimension as this one first. So let's make the width 350 first, and height is 580. All right, now what you'll do, uh, first, as you can see, if we go to the layer panel, this is just a raw object. So first we will go to path and we will convert it from object to path. Now if we, after doing that, as you can see, fill unset, stroke unset, so you'll have the fill back. So now if we go to nodes tool by pressing N on our keyboard, we will see 4 nodes at the 4 corners, which is perfectly fine. Let's go to selector tool, and at this point you make sure under snapping, object midpoints and object rotation centers, those are selected. Now simply put it at the center, just like that. So now what you will do, we will make insert of this on this. So we will do that with pressing Ctrl and 9. So the Inkscape setting for me in a way where if we press 9 on with every step, it makes the shape inside with by 2 pixels. So first our plan is to make this rectangle just inside the frame. To do that, we know the stroke width of the frame is 10. So we are going to hold Ctrl and press 9 5 times. So that's what we are going to do. So you'll hold Ctrl and press 9 on our keyboard 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now as you can see, it's just the inside of the frame. Now this is not our the goal. Our goal is to have some hollow going on around the inner box and inside the frame, and the hollow we are thinking to have 6 pixels. So we know when we are like making inside, so every click, every press on 9 on our keyboard is 2 pixels. So this time we will have to click 3 times to have 6 pixels of hollow. So what we will do, we'll hold Control and we will go 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. All right. So we could leave it there. Now what we could do now, we will just duplicate this. So we will go and press Ctrl D, and let's play with the width and height a little bit. So if we go, for example, let's say 280 on this, how about 220, and here how about 480. Now try to make it center. As you can see, if we go 420 and try to make it center, we will make it 200 directly. Okay, I think this is fine. This is fine. So all right, so the width of this is 200 and height is 420. All right, cool. So at this point, what we will do, we can just like double check on the nodes. So if we press N on our keyboard again, we will see they're perfectly fine. So let's go to selector tool. So first of all, now what we are gonna do, let's go to ellipse by pressing E on our keyboard and have an ellipse, right? Go to selector tool and lock the height and weight, make it 200, and remember the same width of this inner shape here. All right, so the now we will go to Bezier tool and we'll click there and we'll click here with the snapping on. We'll hit enter, and coming over here we'll get rid of the fill color by clicking that X, and get the stroke color by holding shift and clicking that black sauce there. Alright, so if we go to selector tool now, and if we go to zoom tool, you can see that the cap thing is still there, so you don't need that cap thing necessarily in this case. So what we are gonna do now, then let's go to selector tool first and select this, and come over here to cap. You just make sure the first one is selected now. Now the other thing is, from here we will have a stroke width of 14 pixels, right? Perfect. So what you will do, we will now, this is just a stroke. All right, now let's duplicate it by pressing Ctrl D and click on that again to get the rotation handle. Now we will first rotate it by 45-degree clockwise, and we will hold Control. So each step is 15-degree, so we will go 3 times. So let's hold Control, 15, 30, and 45. All right, click off and click on that, duplicate it on, and press Ctrl D again to duplicate that. Now coming over here, flip selected objects horizontally. Let's click on that. All right, so at this point, what we are gonna do, let's go to ellipse tool by pressing E on our keyboard and have another ellipse. So make sure, let's first delete this. Make sure you hold Control while do that. So we will have a a circle, right? A balance circle. All right. Now at this point, we'll go to selector tool, okay, and we'll put it there. Now at this point, we need to make sure that this boy is unselected. That says when scaling objects, scale the stroke width by the same proportion. You make sure this is unchecked for now, and we will hold Control and Shift to make it a little bit bigger. I think this much is fine, right? So what you're gonna do, we will first let's go to our layer panel. So we will select this, and you'll select that. I mean only the, I'll go from here. So let's select this and hold shift, select that and select that, right? Those 3 strokes. All right. So as you can see here, all of them is stroke, not fill. So let's first go ahead to path and make them combine. And with them selected, we will come over here. Well, all right. So we will select this inner circle stroke now, and we will duplicate that pressing Ctrl D. And with that selected, we will hold Shift and select that those combined strokes. So what you will do now, we will go to path and we will go cut path. So now we will be deleting those unwanted situation that's going on. So just to uh, get through it a little bit in a little bit better way, let's zoom that in. So let's go to selector tool and click there, hit delete, click there, hit delete, and also them. All right, so now, so this is a stroke. If we go to nodes tool, we will see that only two nodes there. So we'll make them like fill. We will make them fill. And what we will do first, so also this on as well. So let's select that, hold shift, select that, and select them that too. Let's go to path and we'll go a stroke to path. Now we'll get back, as you can see, fill and stroke, both of them are on side, so you'll have just the fill color back by clicking on that black source there. So now if we go individually, we will see 4 nodes there, 4 nodes here, and 4 nodes here, and every single thing is fine. So now what you will do, we will select this, hold shift, select that, and select that, those 3 things. We will go path and we will go union, and with them selected, hold shift, select this circle, and we will go path union. As you can see, the nodes are distributed in an optimal way and no unwanted or extra nodes there. That's fine. That's what we want. So now what you will do, let's go to rectangle tool again by pressing R on our keyboard. Have a rectangle and make sure we don't have the stroke color. Hold shift and click that X to get rid of that. And let's go to selector tool and just put it there. As you can see, this is the center point of the circle, right? Now this is a fill and this is also a fill, so we will do an operation that is like difference operation. All right, we will do that, but before that, what we will do, we will make it go up by 7 pixels, because the math here is this stroke width is 14 pixels. So if you think in your mind, you will understand why I am moving it by 7 pixels. So it's just having that optimal way of doing things. So to do that, we will come over here, we will minus 7, and that would be 41. So we'll hit enter. Now with this selected, we will hold shift and select that combined shape. So if we come over here and if we go to difference, now here we have it. Just to double check, if we go to nodes tool by pressing N on our keyboard again, as you can see, no extra nodes, things are fine. So let's go to selector tool and we will select now the circle. We will hit delete on our keyboard because we don't need that. Let's zoom out and let's bring it back here. All right, so zoom in a little bit, and with this selected, we will come to the path effects. And if you don't see the path effects, you can go to path and path effects. You can click there. So we will click that drop down there, that caret down, and we will have a path effect of corners. All right, so now here we will make sure change only selected nodes. We will check that off, and we will go to nodes tool by pressing N on our keyboard. Now let's go ahead and select these two nodes, and here that knot, that little knot, we will drag down, and until at the top those two markers are overlapping just on top of another, that's the point where we are going to stop. Perfect. So let's click off and zoom out a little bit. Go to selector tool and select this, hold shift, select this, and come to align and distribute. So if you don't see align and distribute, I think it should be under object, align and distribute as the last option there. So here, make sure last selected is selected. We will make sure both of them are center on particle axis by clicking there. And also we will align top edges. All right. So now let's just scroll down a little bit. Now what you will do, we will go to rectangle tool again, have a rectangle just like that, and with only the fill color, and let's go to selector tool, and the height of this would be the same of the stroke width, right, which is 14 pixels. So you'll come over here and make sure that is unlocked. So we will go 14, and we will put it just there. Okay, and just to double check, you could zoom in there, so press G on our keyboard to get that feature, and you see that's perfectly fine. And that's all being done by snapping, so make sure you always have that snapped on, the snapping option on. So let's go to selector tool, and let's duplicate it one more time. So let's go Ctrl D and drag it down all the way to the bottom edge of the. Is it not working? If it does not work, we can go with another way. So first though, let's go and press G on our keyboard and mark this area. We are not sure. Let's say we are not sure. Then what we could do, let's go to selector tool and select this, and hold shift, select this, and we'll go align bottom edges. So as you can, you saw that nothing happened. That means it was already fine. So let's duplicate it once again. Ctrl D and zoom in a little bit, and just drag it down. Just there, just like that. All right. Now what you'll do, zoom out, duplicate that one more time. This is the last time. So Ctrl D, and all right. So let's move it somewhere. Okay. No worries. So select this and hold shift, select this and select this. Now if we come over here, let's select it, and you will go distribute vertically with even spacing between centers. If we click there, that's what we wanted. Now what you will do, we will get rid of this, or without getting rid of that, let's get rid of that by pressing delete on our keyboard, right? And how do you do, let's change the like height to 20 of this. Let's go 20, and let's make it rotate by 90 degree. Now what we will do, we will put it there. Hopefully, is it on the center? So we'll make it center, right? So let's select always let's select this and hold shift, select the main on, and last selected is selected. What we will do, we will make them center on vertical axis, so it was already on the center. All right, so at this point what we will do, we will select this. As you can see, these are raw objects. Those three rectangles are raw objects. So what we will do, we will make them a smart object, convert them into path. So you'll hold shift and select this, and also the other one. So what you'll do, we'll go to path. This time we will go object to path, and we will have the fill color back there. Now just to double check, we will click, let's go to nodes tool and click here. As you can see, nodes are fine, looking good. Nodes are fine, looking good. Nodes are fine, looking good. Let's go to selector tool. So now what you will do, simply we will click here, select that, hold shift, select this. Every single one of them now is fill. So hold shift, select this, and select this. Every single one of them is fill. So what you will do, let's go to path now and make union. So with them union, now if we go to nodes tool, we will see that every single node is fine, no extra nodes whatsoever. Perfect. So let's go to selector tool, and with this selected, we will hold shift and select that on. Okay, and what you will do, we will go to path and you will go difference. All right, so this is our inner shape of the door. Now we will need to do one more thing, which is, let's select this and come to path effect again, click that caret down, have corners, and again only change only the selected nodes. All right, let's go to nodes tool. So hold shift, we will have rounded corner there, so select that, and here select that, and all the corners of all the rectangles here. So holding shift, we are selecting all of them. All right, so keep doing it. I feel good about it, doing it anyway. It's fun. All right, make sure all of them are selected, and what you will now do, we will make the radius 4 pixels by 4 pixels. All right, so we'll hit 4 there and hit enter. Now if we click off, and that's what we are talking about. All right, so zoom out a little bit, and simply what we will do, let's go to selector tool, and let's select all of them and move it there. Now let's move it to the center, just like that. Now let's zoom in a little bit by pressing plus on our keyboard. And this is a smart object. If you go to nodes tool, all right, so let's go to selector tool and select this, hold shift. If you go to layer panel, so we can see what's going on. So hold shift, select this, and what we will do, we will go object, path and difference. All right, so now this is now just on single path, right? And if we go to nodes tool again and zoom in, we will see things are good, because as long as we are like two nodes, I think it's good. It's good. We will say we'll take it as good. Okay. Let's go to selector tool, and what we will do now. So this is our frame. I mean, this is our frame, which is a rectangle with a stroke. So what we will do simply, we will convert them first. Let's go path, and we will go object to path. And if we go to nodes tool, we will see four nodes. And we come over here. What you will do this time, if we want to do a little bit different thing, not combining them. So if we select this and hold shift, select this and select these two nodes, and if we go join selected nodes, what happens? All right, it's not working that way. All right, fine. So what you will do then, we'll go to selector tool, and we will select that, hold shift, select this and select that, those three. We will go to path and make them combine. You know what, something is happening here. So all right, so okay, something we did do something wrong. So let's go back, and we converted it to fill. Okay, but if we go back, I mean, horizon are we selected? So if we come over here, not that. So let's zoom in a little bit. So select this. This is a stroke, all right. And if we convert it again, I don't know what's going on. Object to path. This is still a stroke, as you can see. And this is still a stroke. This is still a stroke. So if we hold shift, select that and select this. Oh, not that one really. That outer layer only. So all right, let's click that again. So let's select this one from there. Okay, hold control, select that one. So all of them is a stroke. Now if we go path and combine, so I think we did something wrong accidentally. So we just select this outer frame stroke and these two legs or whatever, and make them combined. Now every single thing is fine there, as you can see. So just to double check, let's go to zoom and just zoom in. You see things are fine there. So now what you will do, you'll just go to selector tool and make it here, and you could rename it, I don't know, but so coming over here, what you will do, let's bring up the opacity all the way to 100. Now changing color. So this is a fill, as you can see here, and this is a stroke. So we could like combine them, we could make them union, but this time we just um, you know uh, kept them separate. So this is fill, this is a stroke, and this is fill. So when changing color, so that way I think we could like change color, different we could put different colors. Anyway, so let's select that, the fill. So let's change the color to green. So we'll click there, and to change the color of this, we'll hold shift and select green. So this way we can change the color. I think that's it so far. Hopefully it made sense to you, and you learned something out of it. Thank you so much. This is Shakhot from Pictures in Inkscape.